Guess who's back, bitches? That's right, greetings bunnies and Pegasus, this is the Watchful Pony here. I'm back from my vacation. California was honest to God a lot of fun, and you can expect a vlog sooner or later, but for now, it's time to get back into the swing of things since I've had enough time to unwind and re-rest. And oh boy, is this a good episode to get back into the swing of things with. For today, we're looking at Hard to Say Anything, not just a Big Mac episode, but a Big Mac episode about him getting a girlfriend. Oh, I can already hear thousands of ships dying instantly. How glorious. Let's not waste any more time since I'm sure you guys want me to get back into the swing of things. This is Hard to Say Anything.
We'll take a walk down by the river, watch the sunset from the field. We'll plant the seeds of love together.
Our story begins with the CMC playing with costumes when all of a sudden they see that Big Mac is heading off to Starlight's old village. So the CMC wastes absolutely no time getting into disguises, which is pretty hilarious, and following Big Mac. Then thanks to a very funny Apple joke, we find out that Big Mac has a crush on Sugar Belle. You know, from season 5, the baker who made those terrible muffins, and apparently has a much more bubbly and breathy voice compared to last time. I'm not going crazy, am I? I can't be the only one that sees that, right? You know, doing this kind of story is both interesting and unexpected, honestly. I mean, for the longest time, we really haven't had an MLP episode focusing on a romance type of story. I think the last one we got, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, was a Canterlot Wedding. And it is nice to see MLP try a romance-centered story again, because honestly, I think MLP can pull off romance. With a little sincerity and comedy, I think they can pull it off. But does this episode pull it off? Well, let's keep going and find out. We then quickly see some very cutesy stuff between Sugar Belle and Big Mac. Very thankfully, it's kept very minimal and extremely downplayed. Don't get me wrong, I thought the cutesy stuff in Hearts and Hooves Day was absolutely hilarious, but we don't need to do that again. For an episode like this, it needs to be kept to a bare minimum and doesn't need to be in the story for comedy or otherwise. After the CMC confront Big Mac, he very quickly confesses that he is in love. You know, I kinda like that. I'm glad that they didn't go through the whole bullcrap of him denying it. I'm glad the writer had enough foresight to know that would have just eaten up unnecessary time for the episode. And then even more quickly, thanks to the CMC encouraging him, he decides to confess his love. Man, I wish I had that level of confidence when I was confessing to Rose. But before he can confess his love, he gets waylaid by Justin Bieber, Pony? I'm only half joking, by the way. Vincent Tong literally confirmed that he based the voice off of Justin Bieber. Okay, so hang on, which Bieber are we talking about? Older douchebag Bieber or younger punchable Bieber?
I was writing poetry by the pond when I saw these flowers.
That definitely sounds like younger punchable Bieber. Oh, great. Okay, I'm just joking. Actually, Vincent Tong plays this character very well, and he's actually a very funny antagonist. Most of that is due to Vincent Tong himself, who has a very hilarious charisma whenever he voices this character. He keeps it just annoying enough that it's actually hilarious. And that I can honestly say is a very hard thing to accomplish, so major props to you, Vincent Tong. Anyway, even though Big Mac is about to give up, the CMC are not. So they're gonna use tips from what else? A fairy tale book. Am I the only one thinking that just sending some serious mixed signals considering a couple episodes ago, the moral was all about aging and growing up? Just seems a little weird is all I'm saying. But anyway, the CMC decide to help Big Mac as best they can. And this is where the episode's comedy really starts to kick in. It goes from the comedy being okay throughout the most of the episode to where the comedy really starts to make me laugh. It's just really funny to see all these extremes being taken and Big Mac constantly being outwitted. Also, as a side note, it's also nice to hear Big Mac speak again. I know, slightly off topic, I just wanted to really say that because I do appreciate Peter New's Big Mac voice. But it all culminates with one last effort in a song number. This is easily the highlight of the episode for me. This song is absolutely incredible. And I don't mean it's incredible as in breathtaking or anything like that. No, it's just downright hilarious. It's also really cool to see the two different genres of pop and country mixed together like this. And to see Big Mac and Feather work off each other is also very funny. But unfortunately, the song number doesn't work and now Sugar Belle hates the both of them. When Sweetie Belle wonders what they did wrong because they did everything in the book, Big Mac explains that Sugar Belle is not a fairy tale princess. So they do what they should have done at the beginning of the episode and instead of doing a grand gesture, make something that she would actually want and care for. For the record, I'm not trying to call the episode predictable by saying that. I didn't know what route the episode was going to take up until this point, so I can't say the episode was predictable in all honesty. Even if it was more than entertaining to make up for it. But in any case, Big Mac makes Sugar Belle a bigger stand. I think I would have liked it if it was a lot more subtle and a lot less ham-fisted like it was in the episode, but that's kind of a nitpick honestly. And then we get the moral of the episode, which I think is a great moral and is another moral that's aimed more towards teenagers / adults because let's be honest, kids aren't really going to be into romance outside of the superficial fairy tale kind of stuff. Then again, it could be a good transition between fairy tales and actual real romance. But yeah, I really do like this moral, that romance isn't just about doing a grand gesture for someone, it's about doing something special for someone you love, or as they say, really like. Can I ask why they can't just straight up say love? No, seriously, I'm absolutely confused by this. Okay, look, I get love is a bit of an overused term sometimes, but what the hell? I mean, Special Sun Pony is literally a pun on special somebody, ergo someone you love. So why the hell can't they just say love? I'm really confused right now. And don't give me that it's a kid show defense, that's just a bullcrap excuse and you know it. Are they implying that this ship is no longer going to be seen ever again after this episode? Well, that's kind of depressing, because these two are actually very cute together. Honestly, they've already become one of my favorite ships just from this episode alone. Sugar Bell's sweet innocent bubbliness and Big Macintosh's big stour manliness, it actually fits very well together. So I really hope this isn't the last we're going to be seeing of them. Anyway, Bieber Pony decides one last time to try and get Sugar Bell, but unfortunately he's a bit too late. Luckily he's got 3 not so obvious stalkers, but he's completely inept when it comes to women. So the episode ends with the CMC deciding to help him get women. Can you consider matchmakers, I see? Oh wait, damn it, that joke doesn't work anymore. Anyway, final thoughts on the episode. This was a very nice, very straightforward episode. It was nice to see the CMC again, it was nice to hear Big Macintosh talk, it was very cute to see Big Mac try to win Sugar Bell's heart, and it was actually very friggin' funny. The comedy was the main reason why I kept watching because I kept laughing throughout the whole episode. Then again, maybe I just relate to this episode a lot more considering I went through a similar situation when trying to get Rosie. Not that there was another guy trying to get to her, I mean more that I was just embarrassed to admit my feelings for her. Anyway, my final rating for this episode is... let's be generous and do a 5 out of 6. It was a very cute, very awesome Big Mac and CMC episode, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm the Watchful Pony, and if you'll excuse me, I have a very special Sun Pony I need to say hello to after my long vacation. I'll see you guys next time.
We'll take a walk down by the river, watch the sunset from the field. We'll plant the seeds of love together and water them right for a really good yield. Sugar Bell, sweet as pie, you're the apple of my eye, a cherry blossom in a field of rye.